Hi, and welcome to NBA Beat. I'm Jerry Bembry, joined in studio by Ali Danois, senior editor at Bounce Magazine and a contributor to Dime Magazine and thesportingnews.com. Ali, we had a big weekend in the NBA, so I'm going to start this segment with a question. New Jersey Nets guard Deron Williams scored a career and franchise high 57 points in the win over the Bobcats. Celtics guard Rondo gets a triple-double, 18 points, 17 rebounds, and 20 assists in an overtime win against the Knicks. Which was the most impressive feat? Deron Williams 57 or Rondo's triple-double?
Well, Deron Williams 57 was an unbelievable offensive explosion. But if you're asking me which one was more impressive, I'm going to have to go with Rondo. Those type of numbers haven't been seen since the magnificent Magic Johnson back in '89. And when you look at the company that statistical output places him in, we're talking about greats like Oscar Robertson, like Wilt Chamberlain. He single-handedly took control of that game. To have a point guard get 20 rebounds and just to orchestrate that victory the way he did, it's unbelievable.
Rondo's been a guy that they've been talking about in terms of trades. I mean, are the Celtics stupid to even think about considering trading this guy right now?
Yeah, they have to be. I think he gave an emphatic, here's your trade right here answer yesterday to the people in Boston who would even consider trading him. He is the engine that's going to make that team go. And with the veterans they have and the experience they have and the great coach that they have, they can still be a dangerous team come playoff time, but not without Rajon Rondo. He's the one that's going to make it happen for them.
Well, the team chasing the Celtics, the New York Knicks, a lot was said with Jeremy Lin in the lineup that can Melo come in and really mesh. I'm going to tell you my real problem with the Knicks, Amare Stoudemire. If anyone out there watches basketball, the next time you see the Knicks play, just do a little personal ISO cam on Amare. The guy is so flawed defensively, and I think that teams understand that, and they run a lot of pick and roll where Amare's involved, and he gets beat all the time.
Yeah, and also, we're not looking at the same explosive Amare Stoudemire that we were accustomed to seeing early on with the Knicks and in Phoenix. I don't know if it's an injury situation or what's going on with Amare, but he's not that explosive impact type of player. Fortunately, you can mask some of that with what Jeremy Lin's been doing, Tyson Chandler's defensive prowess, of course, Melo's spectacular offensive production. But they're going to have to get more from Amare to be considered an elite team. But I think they could be on their way.
Well, I'm going to just say quickly that Amare, even when he was explosive, had those flaws.
Sure.
Quick question at the end. LeBron James, All-Star game, passed up 2 shots. Friday night against Utah, passed up the potentially game-winning shot, even though he had an outstanding fourth quarter. Are people being too hard on LeBron James right now?
I think people are. And until he secures that first ring, up until the 5th and the 6th ring, which I idealistically believe he can achieve. People have these unrealistic expectations on him. He's not Michael Jordan. He's not Kobe Bryant. He's not an assassin. He's more of a Magic Johnson. He makes the correct play. Any other player makes that pass. They're not as vilified as LeBron, but for whatever reason, he's going to be held to a different standard.
Okay, that's NBA Beat. That's Ali Danois, senior editor at Bounce Magazine. And I'm Jerry Bembry for 88.1 WYPR, your NPR news station.